Hello Internet. Today I am driving out to western Minnesota to the site of a pretty famous UFO case called the Marshall County UFO Incident. It's considered to be one of the most famous cases because the witness is really credible and the evidence is really credible. So I have actually never been out here, which is kind of embarrassing because it's only like 40 minutes for me and I love this stuff. But I'm gonna check it out today. With coronavirus going on, it's a good time to check out some local places that, I mean, no one's really gonna be there. So I'm looking forward to it. Here we are at the site. We're gonna drive the same route Sheriff Deputy Val Johnson did in the early hours of August 27th, 1979. As he approached the intersection of Highway 5 and 220, from over this direction he saw a bright ball of light coming from this tree line. It was several feet off the road, so he turned onto 220 to check out what it was. Maybe a semi with a headlight out, maybe some sort of plane even. Well, after going about a mile down 220, the light covered the distance between them in a matter of seconds and enveloped his car. Right where I am now, in the ditch, next to mile marker 68, is where Mr. Johnson's car ended up. He woke up 40 minutes later and called back to the station saying something hit my car, I don't know what it was. So they got more officers out here, they brought a doctor, and when the doctor looked him over, he found that not only was he in a state of shock, I mean, he was in a car accident, but he also had welder-like burns around his eyes. So it was like as if a bright light had affected them, which is weird. And then the other weird thing was that both his wristwatch, Mr. Johnson's wristwatch, and the clock in the car were both 14 minutes slow. And they were on time when he left, so. One more thing kind of note is that behind us here at that tree line, there used to be a power line that was running across it. I noticed it's not there now, but that was one of the explanations people tried to provide, was maybe it was like electricity that came off of the power line or something that caused that ball of light and hit his car. I don't know. No one knows, actually. There was no conclusive decision ever made on what happened here, which is why it's such a great story. And one of the coolest parts is we are not done. They actually still have the patrol car in the Marshall County Museum, about 30 minutes from where we are now, and we are gonna go check it out. You can go see it. It still has all the damage that it got that night, and I'll tell you more about it when we get there. Alright, here we are. No! Alright, here she is. This is a Ford LTD for car people. And as you can see, it still has the damage. There was a headlight that was taken out. This sort of round dent. The windshield. There's a little, probably can't see, but there's a little breaking in this red light here. And then also the antennas are bent, kind of at different degrees as well. There you go. See, it's bent right there. There. One of the things that I was really interested in coming out here to see for myself and check was that someone who wanted to debunk it as a UFO or just a weird situation was that they were saying this antenna was bent below this red light here, so that if something had come over the top and hit it, then it should have also taken out this light. But as you can see, since we're actually here, this antenna is bent several inches above where the light is. You can also see that the antennae here are on springs, so it's really strange actually that they were even bent, because it should have just kind of moved and then fallen back. The woman was also just telling us that it's not as if someone had just grabbed them and bent them either, because the bugs, like just from driving the car, were still intact. And there would have, you would have broken some of them off if you had taken your hand and just bent them. So another interesting thing about this case is the windshield damage here. They had an expert in glass from Ford come out to investigate like the spiraling and the breakage in it. And he said that it was sort of like the force had come from both outside the car and inside at the same time. It was like the cracks were caused by it bending. And they had never seen that before, and they were unable to conclude actually what caused the damage. This is awesome. So last year they celebrated the 40th anniversary, and they named it UFO Day on August 27th. That's so fun.
Well, it's brought our family unit closer together. They're flying in a...
I'm absolutely getting one of these.
Alright, we're done at the museum. There was a lot more stuff there besides the UFO car, obviously. They had a lot of cool historical stuff out there, so I would definitely check it out. I really liked reading about this UFO case, especially that it was so local. That's so cool, and I can't believe I didn't check it out beforehand. But I did now, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. I think that's really cool that they have that car out there. I guess they were just going to repair the damages and return the car to the force, but someone was smart and said we should leave it as it is and put it out at like the fairs and the historical society. And I'm really glad they did, because I guess it's like the most popular exhibit they have there, and people still come, like us, and from around the world to come see it. So that's really cool. I love it. I think more towns should preserve weird stuff, because that's really what brings people there, I feel like. So anyway, that's going to be the end of this video, and I will catch you next time.